I heard you like Pikachu, so I put some Pikachu with your Pikachu. Yeah, it's a different kind of product this time to have a look at. We're not looking at the sealed products, but looking at a promo that's coming out with Celebration, and we're going to be looking at the Pikachu Jumbo, effectively, of the V Union. The 25th anniversary set comes with this kind of amazing looking Pikachu, which, unlike the other V Unions, which just features that card, features 25th anniversary, 25 Pikachus from 25 artists. But as a collector, especially as a Pikachu collector, is there anything particularly interesting here? Is there anything that really makes you go, definitely need this card, other than, obviously, it's a Pikachu? Well, actually, there is a little bit, and some of these Pikachus are more Pikachu than others. So let's take a look at this card art as an entirety, right? Let's just take a moment to appreciate that there's an awful lot of Pikachus crammed onto one card, but front and center, and the one that I think at least my eye is immediately drawn to because of its positioning, is the big boss Pikachu on this card, which is drawn by none other than Mitsuhiro Arita, which, if you're a collector at all, is a name that just goes, oh yeah, like the original illustrator for Pokemon, effectively. A lot of base set was him, and the original Pikachu from base set was also him. So this is a really cool addition to the card, right? It's immediately like, okay, we've got a serious Pikachu going on here. It's another piece of art in and of itself that's kind of unique. But it doesn't stop there, right? Like, this is a 25th callback, and this is basically a callback to the original 25 years ago when they printed this Pikachu. Though, obviously, with a very different looking art, this one's not chilling in a jungle. Then, if we have a look around elsewhere on the card, there are actually a few unique Pikachus. Pikachus by artists that have never drawn a Pikachu prior to this. So, if we have a little look around, we have Tomokazu Kamiya. At least this is as far as I can tell, anyway. Their first Pikachu. We have then Miki Tanaka, Akira Igawa, and Taira Akitsu. These are all their first Pikachu illustrations. These are, in a lot of cases, slightly newer artists to the TCG, but this is a great way to kind of start off with a Pikachu. Basically, everyone else on this card has a Pikachu in some way, shape, or form, but these three, this is their first Pikachu, and it's kind of a cool thing to get to do, right? You're drawing your first Pikachu, and you get to be featured on such an interesting design, but also alongside the original Pikachu illustrations, so that's kind of fun too. But there are also some other interesting artists. So we also have Yu Nishida and Jiro Sasumo. So these were both winners of the illustration Grand Prix in 2018 and 2019 respectively. So these were the winners of a draw a card competition, which were then actually developed into cards. Don't forget that that's actually a competition that you can enter right now. Well, not in Europe, you can in the US and elsewhere in the world, where you could get your art featured on a Pokemon card, which I think is kind of incredible as an opportunity. I can't draw, but these were two people who have done this and have won, and now also get to be featured on 25th anniversary art, which is amazing. Like, that's a really nice thing for these people to get to experience, going from just having a dream of being on a Pokemon card to a few years later being on 25th anniversary art. And we have one more, which I'm going to give an honourable mention here, because I kind of always love the art that Uyama comes up with, and that is the Sokuchi Uyama has their Pikachu on this card, which is not their first Pikachu. There is actually the Uyama Pikachu, which is just amazing. It just doesn't... It's not a Pokemon card, but it is. But this is actually their first that was available in the English language, or at least outside of Japan. So if you're looking to collect particular artists, this is actually the only way, at least without having to try and get your hands on Japanese copies, of getting some of these artists for your Pikachu collection. So that's actually another reason to want to pick this up. On top of that, we then also have the fact that because we get the Jumbo, we actually get to see a lot more detail in some of these drawings. Some of these drawings are references to old Pikachu designs. At least I recognize a few of them from places that aren't this card, which means you get to see them kind of in all their glory, featured alongside their friends and family in the Pikachu world. So, which is your favourite Pikachu on this art. Now, like I said, mine's probably Uyama, but that's because I just love the art style. The Eevee promo is also one of my favorite arts because it just looks so bizarre in comparison to normal Pokemon cards. And if you enjoyed this content and you want to see more like this, where we'll occasionally take a deep dive into a particular card art or even more news about collecting and kind of the finance side of things, please hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.